Would you believe me if I told you that a single penny in your pocket, just 1 cent, could be worth as much as a luxury sports car, or even more than an entire retirement fund? Yes. I'm talking about the 2013 no-mint-mark Lincoln penny. A coin most people would toss into a jar without a second thought, yet today, some examples are selling for as much as $89,000, and in rare cases, even crossing into the million-dollar conversation. Sounds unbelievable, right? Well, don't laugh just yet, because by the end of this video, you'll know exactly why this ordinary-looking coin could be the most valuable penny you've ever seen. Now, quick question, how many times have you dropped a penny on the ground and thought, not worth picking up? After this video, you might start crawling under couches to check. The confrontation, rising tension, visual, old jars of coins, people at auctions, close-ups of Lincoln pennies. Here's the secret, not every 2013 penny is valuable. In fact, most are only worth, well, 1 cent. But here's where it gets interesting. The ones without a mint mark, especially in pristine condition, can break records at auction. Why? Because rarity drives value. Coin collectors, serious investors with deep pockets, are hunting for specific traits, flawless surfaces, sharp details, and unusual minting errors. And when those conditions come together in a single coin, that penny transforms into a financial time bomb, waiting to explode in value. It's kind of like finding a Picasso in your attic, except it fits in your pocket and jingles when you walk. Now, think about this. A coin minted in 2013, just over a decade ago, can already command $89,000 on the market. If it's happening this quickly, what do you think these coins might be worth in another 10, 20, or 30 years? But wait, how do you actually know if the penny sitting in your kitchen drawer is the golden ticket, or just a common coin worth a single cent? Visual, auction hammer slamming down, dollar signs, wealthy lifestyle imagery. Here's the good news, you don't have to be an expert to find out. Start by examining your 2013 pennies carefully. Look for coins with no mint mark, sharp detail, and absolutely minimal wear. If it looks like it just rolled out of the mint yesterday, you may be holding a small fortune. Professional grading services, LIC, can authenticate and grade your coin. Once certified, these pennies don't just sit idle. They command serious money at auctions, sometimes sparking bidding wars among collectors. And here's where the urgency comes in. The longer you wait, the more opportunities slip through your fingers. Every year, more coins get lost, damaged, or hoarded away, shrinking the pool of high-grade survivors. That means fewer chances for you, and higher prices for the lucky ones who act today. So let me ask you, what would you do with $89,000? Pay off debt? Take that dream vacation? Finally retire comfortably? Imagine if it all started with a single penny you almost ignored. Don't underestimate the power of what's already in your hands. Sometimes wealth doesn't come from chasing the future, it comes from recognizing the treasure sitting right in your pocket. And here's the twist, if you think the 2013 penny is shocking, wait until you hear about another Lincoln coin that sold for over $1.7 million. That story will blow your mind, so make sure you subscribe and stay tuned, because you won't want to miss it. Imagine finding a single penny, not a gold coin, not a silver bar, just one ordinary-looking penny from 2005, and realizing it could change your financial future forever. I'm not talking about a few $100, or even a few thousand. I'm talking about nearly $800,000, yes, $750,000, from a coin most people would leave in the change tray at a gas station. Now, let me ask you this, how many times have you said to yourself, it's just a penny, who cares? Well, after this video, you'll never look at a penny the same way again. Because today, we're diving into the fascinating story of the 2005 Lincoln penny with no mint mark, a coin so rare and valuable, it has shocked seasoned collectors and casual hobbyists alike. And by the end, you'll know exactly how to spot one, why it's worth a fortune, and what you should do if you ever discover one hiding in your collection. In 2005, billions of Lincoln pennies rolled out of U.S. mint facilities, Philadelphia, Denver, San Francisco. But here's the twist, a very small number of these coins slipped through without a mint mark. No P, no D, no S. Just Lincoln's profile staring back at you, without any clue of where it came from. Now, most people toss these into jars, wallets, or desk drawers without a second thought. And that's where the opportunity is hiding. Because those who ignored them may have unknowingly let go of a penny that today could fetch close to $798,000 at auction. And it's not just about luck. Condition matters. A coin graded in the highest mint state categories, MS65, MS67, can skyrocket in value. Imagine two people owning the same 2005 penny. One kept it pristine and walked away with life-changing money. The other? Well, they spent theirs on a candy bar. Which, by the way, was probably 99 cents back then. So you tell me, which would you rather have today, the candy bar or $798,000? But here's where it gets even more exciting, because this coin doesn't just represent money, it represents freedom. Think about it. One small piece of copper could pay off your mortgage, wipe out debt, or even fund that dream retirement home you've been imagining. And yet, so many people are still sitting on them without even knowing it. So, what's the secret? The key is knowledge. Collectors, auction houses, and investors know that rare coins like the 2005 no-mint Mark Lincoln penny aren't just collectibles, they're tangible assets. Assets that can turn everyday Americans into millionaires overnight. And right now, these coins are only becoming rarer, which means their values are climbing. If you have old coin jars, inherited collections, or even just spare change lying around, check it. Because while others are ignoring pennies, you might be sitting on the very coin that transforms your financial story. And here's the kicker: the 2005 no-mint Mark isn't the only penny out there worth this kind of money. There are other years, other hidden gems, that can make you even wealthier, but that's a story for another video. So don't wait. Take action now. Dig through those jars, pull out those pennies, and who knows? The road to a wealthy lifestyle might just begin with the smallest coin in your pocket. And remember, in the world of rare coins, fortune truly does favor the finder. Stick with this channel, because next time, we'll uncover another Lincoln penny that has stunned experts by selling for millions. You won't want to miss it. Imagine reaching into an old jar of pennies sitting in your kitchen drawer, and discovering that one of them could pay off your mortgage, buy you a luxury car, and still leave enough money for retirement. Sounds impossible? Well, it's not. Because right now, there's a humble 1988 no-mint Mark Lincoln penny that has shocked the coin world with a jaw-dropping value of $665,000. And here's the kicker: most people don't even know they might have it in their house. Now, let me ask you this. When was the last time you actually looked closely at your pennies? Be honest, probably never. Well, by the end of this video, you'll know exactly what to look for, why this coin is worth so much, and how it could transform your life financially. But stay with me, because in just a minute I'm going to reveal the hidden detail that separates a normal 1988 penny worth 1 cent from the one that could make you over $500,000 richer. And no, it's not because Abe Lincoln is winking at you. Though I know some of you just checked to understand why the 1988 no-mint Mark penny is so valuable. We need to step back in time. 1988 was a transition year for the U.S. Mint. Most pennies carried either a D for Denver or a P for Philadelphia, but a small number of pennies somehow slipped through without any mint mark at all. That tiny error created a modern rarity, a mistake so scarce that collectors fight for it whenever it appears at auction. Now here's where it gets exciting. At one auction, a nearly flawless example stunned experts by selling for over $665,000. Think about that. A coin that was literally worth 1 cent in your pocket change, suddenly trading hands for more than $500,000. And here's the question haunting collectors right now: how many of these coins are still out there, sitting unnoticed in jars, drawers, or coffee cans across America? Could one be hiding in your home? Tell me this: if you found a penny worth $665,000 today, what's the first thing you'd do with the money? Would you buy a dream vacation, upgrade your house, or maybe finally tell your boss what you really think? But here's the urgent reality: Every year that passes, fewer of these coins remain in circulation. People are cashing them in, collectors are snatching them up, and if you don't check soon, you could miss the chance forever. So, how do you know if your 1988 penny could be worth a fortune? Here's the secret. Look for a 1988 Lincoln cent with no mint mark beneath the date. The absence of that tiny letter is your golden ticket. Combine that with a coin in great condition, shiny, crisp details, little to no scratches, and you may just have the jackpot coin collectors dream about. Now, let me leave you with this cliffhanger. If a single penny from 1988 can sell for $665,000, just imagine what other rare coins could be hiding in your change. Pennies, nickels, dimes, ordinary coins with extraordinary value. Some even worth millions. So don't ignore that pocket change. Don't overlook that dusty jar. Because the difference between 1 cent and financial freedom could be sitting right in front of you. Remember, wealth isn't always about working harder. Sometimes, it's about paying attention to the small opportunities life drops in your lap. Like a penny worth a fortune. If you found this eye-opening, stick around, because in my next video I'll reveal another rare coin that has shocked collectors, and this one could be worth even more. Imagine reaching into your old coin jar, pulling out a simple brown penny, and realizing it's worth almost $900,000. Yes, you heard me right. One ordinary-looking 1991 Lincoln cent with no mint mark could change your entire financial future overnight. Crazy, right? Who would have thought that the coin you might have tossed on a diner counter in the early 90s could now buy you a luxury home, or two? But before you rush to your sock drawer, let me tell you, not every 1991 penny is a golden ticket. Only a rare handful, the ones without a mint mark, hold this staggering value. And if you're not careful, you could unknowingly give away a fortune. So, why is this tiny 1-cent coin commanding nearly $867,000 at auction? Let's dive in. In 1991, the U.S. Mint produced billions of Lincoln cents across Philadelphia, Denver, and San Francisco. Normally, coins bear a tiny letter, known as a mint mark, to indicate where they were struck. But every so often, an error slips through the cracks. A 1991 penny with no mint mark isn't just an error. It's a once-in-a-lifetime fluke. Collectors call it a holy grail coin. Here's the scary part. People spend these pennies every day without knowing. Imagine handing over a coin at the grocery store, and realizing later you just gave away almost $1 million. That's why knowing what to look for is so critical. Wouldn't that be the most expensive gallon of milk you ever bought? Now, the true value depends on condition. A worn example might fetch a few thousand. But if you've got a mint-state condition penny, graded MS-67 or higher, it can explode in value. The highest recorded sales have hit $867,000, and experts predict this figure could climb as collectors compete for fewer and fewer surviving specimens. So here's the million-dollar question. How can you tell if the penny in your hand is the jackpot, or just pocket change? When examining a 1991 penny, look closely at the area just below the date. If you don't see a P, D, or S mint mark, your heart should skip a beat. That's your signal. Next, check for sharp details, smooth surfaces, and minimal scratches. These are the qualities that grading services like PCGS and NGC reward with top-dollar valuations. Think about it. One coin from your old piggy bank could fund a dream retirement, pay off the mortgage, or even put you behind the wheel of your favorite luxury car. It's not just money, it's freedom, security, and legacy. Now, don't everyone run to their couch cushions at once, but seriously, you might want to. Because here's the truth, these coins are disappearing fast. Collectors are snapping them up, locking them away in private collections, and driving prices higher every year. The longer you wait, the harder it gets to find one. So, if you've got a jar of old pennies, it's time to stop thinking of them as loose change and start treating them as potential life changers. That 1991 no mint mark Lincoln cent might just be the key to your wealthiest chapter yet. If this video lit a fire under you, don't keep the secret. Share it with someone who might be holding history in their hands. And if you want more insider knowledge on coins that could transform your financial future, make sure you subscribe. because the next coin we reveal might just be sitting in your pocket right now. What if I told you that the spare change sitting in your pocket right now could be worth more than a brand new luxury home? Yes, you heard me right. A single 2021 Lincoln penny, with no mint mark, recently shocked collectors when it reached a staggering value of $355,000. Now, before you roll your eyes and say, "Come on, it's just a penny," ask yourself this: how many times have you casually handed over a coin, never realizing it could have been the key to your retirement? Scary thought, isn't it? But also thrilling. The journey and discovery, education plus pattern interrupts. The Lincoln cent has been in circulation since 1909, honoring the 16th President of the United States. But here's where things get interesting. Coins aren't all created equal. A tiny mistake at the mint, a missing mark, or a rare condition can turn ordinary pocket change into a collector's dream. Take the 2021 no mint mark Lincoln penny. At first glance, it looks like every other coin jingling around in your cup holder. But when struck in perfect condition, with unique qualities, it transforms into a six-figure treasure. Let's pause here with a quick question. When was the last time you actually looked at your pennies instead of just tossing them into a jar? Exactly. Most people don't. And that's why coins like this slip through unnoticed. Now imagine this. You're cleaning out a drawer, you see a shiny 2021 penny, you think, well, that's worth a cent. Wrong. That coin could be the very thing that changes your entire financial story. By the way, if you're like most people, you probably have a coffee mug full of pennies that's heavier than your gym weights. Go check that thing after this video. You might just be lifting $355,000 without even knowing it. The payoff, cliffhanger, and call to action. Here's the truth: the market for rare coins is exploding. Collectors are willing to pay fortunes for the right coin, and every year, hidden treasures are discovered in the most ordinary places: sock drawers, piggy banks, even dusty jars in the garage. But here's the catch: the window of opportunity doesn't last forever. Values can rise, and they can fall. If you have old pennies, now is the time to act. Don't let hesitation be the reason you miss out on life-changing wealth. Think about it. One tiny penny could mean early retirement, debt-free living, or finally giving your family the lifestyle you've always dreamed of. And here's the million-dollar question: what if the next legendary penny is already sitting in your home right now? In my next video, I'll reveal the shocking story of another Lincoln penny, one that went from being tossed aside as worthless to selling for over $2 million. You do not want to miss that. So check your change, examine those 2021 pennies, and remember, sometimes the smallest coin holds the biggest fortune. Subscribe, stay alert, and who knows, your next penny might just make you a millionaire. Imagine reaching into your coin jar today, pulling out a simple brown penny from 1981, and realizing it could pay off your mortgage, buy you a luxury car, or even fund your retirement. Sounds unbelievable, right? Well, stay with me, because what you think is just pocket change could actually be worth a staggering $6,335,000. Now, let me ask you, when was the last time you really looked at your pennies? Be honest, probably never. But today, that tiny coin hiding in your drawer could be the ticket to a completely different lifestyle. And no, this isn't some late-night infomercial. This is the real story of a no-mint mark 1981 Lincoln penny that has collectors scrambling, and everyday people like you and me asking, could I have one of these in my own collection? Act 2, the build-up, education, suspense, and pattern interrupts. Before I reveal why this coin is so rare and so insanely valuable, let's take a quick step back. The year was 1981. Ronald Reagan had just taken office, MTV was born, and pennies were still struck mostly in copper. But here's where the plot thickens. Most coins were clearly marked with a little letter beneath the date, a mint mark, telling you whether it was struck in Denver, San Francisco, or Philadelphia. Except, something unusual happened. Some coins slipped through the presses without a mint mark. And that tiny missing detail, invisible to most people's eyes, is exactly what turns an ordinary penny into a millionaire maker. Now, here's the twist. You might be thinking, But wait, aren't most pennies without a mint mark from Philadelphia? You're right, but this coin isn't your average no-mint penny. This one was an error coin, a misstep in US mint history, and collectors will pay a fortune for it. Think of it like this: it's the difference between owning a regular baseball card and owning the rookie card signed by Babe Ruth himself. One is common, the other changes your life. Quick side note: if you're checking your pocket change right now, don't worry, I'll explain exactly what to look for in just a minute. So don't go running off to that dusty jar just yet now. Here's where it gets exciting, and a little nerve-wracking. These coins are so rare that most people will never see one in their lifetime. And that fear of missing out? It's real. Because the people who do find one sell them for life-changing amounts. Imagine being the person who said, it's just a penny, and tossed it aside, only to later discover that coin could have been worth over $6 million. Ouch. Act 3: The payoff, urgency, inspiration, and call to action. So, what's the current market telling us? The highest reported auction sales for the 1981 no-mint mark Lincoln penny have soared all the way to $6,335,000. That's not just pocket change, that's legacy money. And here's the most important part: opportunities like this don't last forever. Coins get bought, collections get locked away, and the window to cash in closes faster than you think. So the real question is, are you going to be the person who ignores this? Or the person who digs into that old coin jar, checks those drawers, and maybe even discovers a hidden fortune? Because here's the truth: wealthy lifestyles aren't always built on big business deals or risky investments. Sometimes they're built on knowing the hidden value of what's already in your hands. And if you're thinking, but what if I don't have one of these? Don't worry. In upcoming videos, I'll be revealing other pennies, nickels, and dimes hiding in plain sight that could also be worth hundreds of thousands, or even millions. So here's what you need to do: check your coins, educate yourself, and never, ever underestimate the power of a penny, because the next time you reach into your pocket, you might just be holding the key to financial freedom. Stay tuned, because in my next video, I'll reveal another coin that looks ordinary but could turn you into a millionaire overnight. And trust me, you don't want to miss it.